So right now everyone's coming back from spring break and they've all have these, wonderful tans and these images and these pictures, and it just reminds me of a time in my life when I first started lying. Yeah, and I blame it all on spring break because we would have spring break and all of the kids in our neighborhood or at our school would be come back from it, and the teacher would be like, "What'd you do on spring break?" And they'd be like, "We went to the EPCOT Center. We went to Tahoe." And I was like, "What are those places in our town? I didn't know we had a place called Tahoe." And the teacher would come to me and I'd be like, "Oh, it's like I spent spring break in my basement watching a TV with one channel and it was really cold. I was mostly under a blanket the whole time." And I couldn't say that because I felt it was one thing to live it, it's another thing to have to share it in public. So I remember starting out saying I went down I was under, and the teacher was like, "You went down under? You went to Australia for spring break? Is that what happened?" I'm like, "Yes, that sounds right. I went to Australia for spring break." And she was like, "What's it like?" And I'm like, "It's colder than I thought it would be." And I try and explain, Australia by things that I saw in my basement. In Australia, people really like needlepoint, and they're pretty fond of Campbell's tomato soup, and there's lots of cats. She knew I was lying, but she didn't say anything because she and I both knew that I'm not really a liar. We just lie sometimes. That's okay. Sometimes that's what you have to do.